Whew. Now the story is getting interesting, right? This is the moment that I was really feeling the heat. Like, I was like, yeah, something is about to happen out here. And that's where YolyBoy's story began. Let me take you there.
Wetin my don't see, my head don't hear. Wetin my life don't be for all these years. Wetin I don't feel, I don't feel there.
Okay, you already know. YolyBoy born Aaron Anthony, my real name, and as the first child of the family, I was born, and since that day, the story began. I can remember growing up, I used to be very, very stubborn, you know. Back then in the hood, in the street, we born there, and as every Nigerian kid, talking about 9% of Nigerian kids, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, you know what I'm saying? So we have to fight through financially in the family. I can remember my family depended on farming. Yeah, my dad is a dead farmer, my mom too, you know, so I feel like it's farming that my dad really used and depended on for our education, and I really thank God for that. You know, despite all the financial struggle, my dad did his best to see that we all attended school, like good private schools. I really give him credit for that. And I really thank my mom. She's been supportive, and that's how everything began. Yeah, one thing I can say is while growing up as a very stubborn kid, because I was very, very stubborn. I was stubborn to the extent that I really tried everything. But I can remember growing up with my mom. She was so hard on me. Like, as the first child, I got to wash the dishes. I got to clean their house. I got to take my younger ones, you know, wash their bodies. Like, a lot of things I passed through as a first child. And I feel it really shaped my growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying, though? Yeah, one thing I feel I'ma never forget is the kind of kids I grew up with, you know. I can remember back then in the hood, we used to be kids that really caused problem around. I think we around 7 to 8 of us. That really gave me an experience of a kind of childhood that, you know, we go up and down just playing, like play football, play a lot of things, like anything play, destroy things, you know, everybody in the neighborhood knows. And one thing I know I was good at is the fact that when you hear there's a problem out there and the problem has to do with kids, just know that YolyBoy is gonna be there. I was there involved in everything in my society. Okay. One thing I feel like as a kid I really had again is the fact that I was really a good student when it comes to book. In school, I was doing good. I used to have these kind of friends like that we move around, we study together. Talking about my primary education and to my junior secondary, everything was good. Like, I was just so good. And one thing I can say is really my dad at that time used to come home because my dad is in the choir when I was growing up. And my mom was a dead choir member too. All of them are in the choir. And my dad used to come around with the keyboard home, the piano, you know, play all this stuff. But at that time, I'm not gonna lie, that's not a musical about my life. It's just play, have fun, go to school, eat, come back home, you know, go to the farm. I feel these are the major activities I had in my teenage. Not the music, 100% having fun, because I was really a happy kid, funny, friendly, social, troublesome. Okay. I love saying that, you know. Like they don't, everything was so cool and smooth in my life until when I wrote my junior secondary examination. At that time, me and my dad were going, you know, to and fro, back and forth on this issue that I got to go to science, and I really want to go to art because I really knew it deep inside me that I'm supposed to be an art student. But you know, as a Nigerian kid, at that time I was too young to make my decision. My dad pushed me to science, and that's where YolyBoy's story began. Let me take you there. Okay, now I'm gonna try, just give every detail as much as I can remember. And at that time, I went to science, but that was not really what I wanted. And going to science is what led to this. It affected my academic focus, my commitment to studies, and everything, because I feel like I'm on the journey of becoming a failure, and I got to find a remedy. That's when I began to experiment, because at first I really want to become a footballer, because I was a very dead good footballer. I love that. The memory is still in my head though. So I kind of start, focusing on football going on to when I was in my senior secondary. So, but I was so not confident in the football thing because I felt in my state at that time, there was no stadium, you know what I'm saying? And the way, footballers are being treated make me be like, no, I cannot do that. It's a no-go area. So I got to look into myself and experiment what else. That is when I thought of music. Now, talking about how the music started, then when I was in school, used to write songs, try to practice how to compose, try to practice how to write songs. Though I wasn't confident in becoming an artist, but I feel it's the only way out to me, to my destiny. And I took that seriously. But I was having a very big challenge at that time because I know my dad is not going to be okay with the fact that I'm going to be a circle artist. And that's what I want to do, actually, because I want to do real serious business. I'm not ready for any Holy Ghost stuff at that time, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so, but I kept on practicing and writing songs on the low key in the hostel, and then things keep on going that way. Now, after that period of time, it came to a time whereby in school, when I come back home, I always rehearse. And my dad used to come around and be like, hey, don't you know you're disturbing people around? Hey, keep quiet, because there's this hall, in the neighborhood where we stay. I used to stay there, lock up myself when we come back from farm or stuff like that. And from there, I really have it in my mind that I'm going to put with my best and see that this thing work out, because that is the only way out for me. Whew. Now the story is getting interesting, right? I was like, okay, my dad would keep talking, like, what am I doing? I'm just annoyed, stuff like that. But man, I don't give no damn to anything he's been saying. Because I already know I just cannot take being a science student. I just cannot tolerate it. Because one thing about me is that I am dead stubborn. And when I say this is what I want, I go for that. And that's what happened at that time. Now, let me take you to another phase. Things kept on going that way until when I wrote my SSCE, talking about my YEC, my final secondary school exam. At that time, I became 18. Now, that's when I was old enough to make my decision. Now, let me tell you how I did that. Now, the funny thing is that at that time, I was so praying to God that, God, please, I don't want to get admission because I want to focus on my music career. Now, but God did not answer me. I don't know why, but I thank God for not answering me, because it gave me another opportunity to explore. So I wrote my YEC, I passed YEC. I'm very intelligent at that, I already know. I passed my YEC, I got my admission into university, and guess what? All I can say is computer science. Man, now listen to what happened at that time. To study computer science, man, it was like, no. But I was like, man, computer science is going to be a good thing. So I head to campus. And honestly, I must say, I really appreciate my dad. I really know he tried for me. At that time, he even followed me to the school, make sure he registered me and stuff like that. It was so sweet, But man, he didn't know that this kid ain't got no school in his goddamn head. Now, this is what I did. When I get to campus, at that time, I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me try my best and see that, okay, if I'm going to deliver on this, then I'm going to deliver on this. But if it's not going to work, then let me know it's not going to work. So I look at my course outline. I was like, I'm going to take the first semester, the first 2 semesters, and see how far I can go. But honestly, I must say, the truth is that I studied the hell out of myself. I really focused on study. And all I came with is third class. I was like, whoa, I really suffered. I'm like, man, I'm going to cry for myself right now. Oh, man, it wasn't funny. That was really the moment that really shaped a little emotion into me, because I lost all that when I went to sign. Me getting that third class made me be like, with some couple of carryovers, made me be like, okay, there's going to be a big problem in this journey. But this is what happened after that. So as a good kid, I did my best. I focused and studied because I don't want to hurt my mom. I want to hurt my dad. I don't want to be that kind of a stubborn kid forever, but it didn't work out because I couldn't make it. Then here comes the national strike. At that time, it was Goodluck Ebele Jonathan that was the president. And that strike really gave me that avenue because that was when I started as music artist. Now this is it. When that strike came on, I was like, whew, I came back home. Meanwhile, when I was in school, I was, saving that money. Sometimes I used to copy handout with my hand instead of photocopying it. And sometimes I used to walk on foot to school because I was staying okay instead of paying for transport. Because remember, I wasn't brought up with a silver spoon. I came from a family that we're not having enough. Now I have to save all the money. Sometimes I got to eat 1 time a day, 2 times a day. I was doing my best to see that I was saving money. Now, when that happened, during that strike, I went back home and I gave it a shot. I went and recorded my first track, Mr. DJ. And guess what? It sounded really, really encouraging and motivating. It wasn't a bad track. It was good. You can go check it out. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, it's on Amazon, anywhere you want to check it online. So, Mr. DJ gave me that movement of like, whew, that moment, that feeling of, I think I'm gonna make it. But now other challenges came on. Then I got to record another song. And I remember back then when I come to school, when I'm back on campus, I used to travel a lot. Come home, I did like 2 shows. I wasn't really in school, because I was experimenting stuff. And I know that I did my best. It's just that it's not gonna work out. A lot of people gonna think that you're not fuckers. My colleagues, they all think that I'm sabbatical. They used to call me visiting students. They used to call me a lot of names. Student on a lot of names I can talk about. But at that time, I started as Aaron A. Now that was the stage name. I recorded a couple of songs, Love You, a lot of stuff. The songs on 2014 EP, literally, these are the songs that I started with. Now, I think the most critical moment of my career started in 2019. That was when I began to feel I need to step up. Now, at that time, I set up a studio. And before I set up a studio, I really passed through a lot in school because I got to find a day job. I used to walk around, get money, even go down, open a farm to open my first studio. Like, I really worked hard for that. And I think I will never forget, this is the most hurtful moment of my life. After setting my studio, my dad was like, give no damn about that. It's not his business, And normally I don't expect anybody to appreciate me because it's my life. I'm working for myself. I know what I'm doing. So I overlooked that and I moved on. I opened my own studio and that was when another story started. Then what? I was like, okay, I got to learn how to produce. I got to learn how to mix. I got to learn how to, manage myself because I was coming down from somewhere, a side that has nothing. When we talk of Adamawa State, in the music industry, Adamawa State is like 0. So I got to take responsibility of my career. I opened my studio, I began to learn everything. And everything was just going like, okay, it's not okay. A lot of good times, bad times, a lot of, fair times, a lot of, regrets, a lot of stuff, worries, man. But one thing I definitely know is that I'm progressing with time. Everything went on, but when 2021 clock, that was the born of this starship in me, this confidence, because that was when I think I felt like I'm ready for the industry. And I'm not gonna lie about this. Since 2021 to today, I've always expected that I'm gonna blow up anytime, any moment from that time. And every day when I wake up, I just say, is it today? Is it gonna be today? And I'm still hoping. Though I must say everything is not perfect at that time, but the sound was right. That was when I dropped songs like Cry. I dropped songs like Gone Body. I dropped songs like Deep Feeling Inside, One Love, this is the moment that I was really feeling the heat. Like I was like, yeah, something is about to happen out here. So I started YBM, YolyBoy Music. I bring together this couple of young dudes, talking about Young Dollar, Cool J, Makello, a lot of guys, you know. We started the movement. Everything was going fine. And I have this feeling inside me that I'm supposed to be bigger every day. So I'm a type of person that like experimenting. And with my boys, we did a lot of things over there in Yola City. And I didn't move out. You know, moving out is another core moment in my career. And I'm gonna take you out on what happened on that. Man, I was so obsessed with success. I really want to be big, and I don't want to be successful following the wrong path. So I work day and night, no sleep, no rest, to see that I reach it. And that's what took me to Lagos City. I now left, did not have to come to Lagos. Coming to Lagos City is like the moment in my career I just see as a moment of truth. Because when coming to Lagos City, I came with no stuff. I left everything behind. Like when we say from zero, that is how I came to Lagos City. I just took my bag. In that bag I will never forget that journey. I just got 30,000 naira in my account. I think 32,000 naira in my account. I got my bed sheet, I got my Bible, I got one singlet. I got just me. And I took off to Lagos, just like that. And what was it I have in my mind? I just got hope. I got belief. I determined in myself that I'm gonna push this, and whatever that it's gonna take, I'm gonna walk through it, and I'm gonna make sure I deliver. And over here in Lagos City, I came really prepared because I know it's not gonna be easy, and I know that I'm not gonna fail because I came really prepared. I came as a music producer, as an A-class sound engineer. I mix and master to the industry standard. Forget that. That one I'm done with. I came as an experienced music guy. I came as a performer. I came as a content creator. Like, I came to Lagos prepared, knowing that know-how, somehow, anyway, this is gonna work out. I just need to walk and be smart, and everything work out. I started, meeting up with boys, going out, I just came to Lagos. Anytime I came in, I'd be like, hey, where is this place? I gotta go here, I gotta go there, you know what I'm saying? I have this feeling and this energy of I want to know everything I can know. I want to learn everything I can. I want to know anybody I came across. So I begin with going here, going there, no studios, stuff like that. And it worked out for me. Somehow, some of the people I know were nice, some were not nice. I will never, ever forget the fact that I came to win. So whatever I pass through in Lagos City, it makes me stronger. I never want to give up. Sometimes I got to walk kilometers like I don't care, because I know I have a dream. And I kept pushing. And look at us today. Look at us, man. Look at what we've turned out to be. Look at what YolyBoy has built. Look at the journey we've conquered. I've came a distance in this city that today I was opportune and privileged to even sit backstage with Mercy Chinwo, Ebuka Songs, Peterson Okopi. Like, I feel it's the mega achievement in my career so far. And I have a lot of other things. I performed, I did shows, I've met DJs, I've met producers, I traveled, I produced a lot of songs. And man, I must say, we're on this, and we are always gonna be on this. We are here to conquer, and everything is gonna be fine. So I just wanna say to everyone who've been supporting YolyBoy, who've been loving the music, who've been listening, who've been streaming, who've been talking about YolyBoy, you're not in the wrong place. We're here to conquer, and we are surely gonna make it out. I know that, I feel that. If you look at the story, we are really getting there, and we are almost there. I love you all. This is my story, YolyBoy, and that's how it's happened. Big man Yoly talking about YolyBoy. I want to see you always around. Thank you for standing by. I love you. And don't forget to be good people. Always give hope to the younger generation and make sure you give the female gender a voice. Be good, be loved, and love others too. Peace. Signing out.